안녕하세요. 안녕하세요. 비사인 코리아 장행닷컴 행정사 사무소의 장만희 행정사입니다. 오늘은 10시부터 The Friday Night Immigration Policy and Visa Consulting을 진행하도록 하겠습니다. Hi, everybody. This is Mr. Jang from Visa in Korea. We will start on the Friday night and immigration and the policies and visa and the status and the consultation. We start right now. Today is a raining day, and all day, I was so bored because I was so boring because, I just prepare certain the things and which kind of the information will be given to the YouTube channel and the subscribers. So I just made it this one and finally decided in every Friday night and 10 p.m. Every Friday night and 10 p.m. I decided to open this YouTube channel in live, and I will explain or consultation for the any kind of immigration matters and issues, for all our subscribers. So let us start today. Okay. Thank you, Mr. The Leham Masuri. And I'd like to ask if my baby hold F2 visa and was born in Korea. Can I ask and submit document to get only for him and the Korean nationality? The basically, but I don't know actually about how to get F2. But if the Leham, Mr. Leham, you got F27 and your child and born in Korea, and your and the wife or your the spouse also got the F2, the 71 visa right now. But the right now is and actually, and you are the parent of F2 visa, and you were the your baby born in Korea. So there were some of the steps, right? But even though your child was born in Korea, but one of it's the parents is Korean, except for that, and it is difficult to change and a Korean nationality. There is a one way, right? If you or your wife apply for the naturalization, but you need to get a permanent residency visa first, okay? And after that, when you apply for the naturalization, and you can accompany with your child and your spouse at the same time. This is the only way. I think that you read one of my posting about the and some of a child and was born in Korea, and there was some of the policy will be related to given and the naturalization if the applicant meet a certain requirement, right? But there is no any specific information on that. But based on the previous information, and the naturalization to given for babies or children born in Korea, it should have released last year, almost December or November, but there is no any specific information on that. So if you wait the kinds of naturalization and the system that will in the update when the Korean government and the releases the kinds of information on that. Okay, it's finally in conclusion, except for the naturalization rule, if your child want to get naturalization and firstly get um, in the permanent residency, right? Or and then you or your spouse get the permanent residency the first, and after that, and you can apply for the naturalization accompanying with your spouse and your child. Okay, but there is some of the foreigners, but written in I don't know actually about that is Jalil Bobo and Muzaffar Fatidinov, right? I couldn't read your languages if possible, and could you write in English or Korean? So it'll be better to understand, and I can explain the further details. The Miss Leah, the module. Yes, I received your message and my Facebook page. So hello to the dear Visit Korea team. Thank you very much for the welcoming. It's been 2 years. I have a E7 visa, right? I am in a contracting in the officers in Suncheon. My goal is to apply for the F5. My question is it better to apply for F7 visa and then wait 3 years to apply for F5, or if I stay as a officers 공무원 for 5 years, can I apply for the F512, the special merit visa? Is it difficult to apply for the F512 visa? My salary as a contracting officer is below 1 time GNI. I know actually about that. So it's not easy to obtain the type of F5 visa. Thank you for your answer. Okay, I will give you the directions. I hope that it'll be more helpful for you. The first one, F512, and no need the GNI 1 time or 2 time income, but it is totally based on your contribution to the Korean society. But I don't know actually about which kind of a part are you working at, uh, and in your exactly about your the field of working. So if you're you're working the field is society or welfare, but I don't know actually about your part. But if it do and working 5 years and there is has some of chance, right? So you can either you are holding E7 or F7 continuously, it doesn't matter, right? And the 5 years from when you start working, and if your contribution to Korea in the field of society, social affairs, and the welfare. If you are working for the foreigners, right, the helping other stuff and as an officers, yeah, this is a part of our the welfare for foreigners, or you know. So if you do, there is if you got you get the recommendation letters from the relevant and the ministry, right? Ministers and the recommendation. But first of all, you need to get the your and the city halls and the recommendation letter, and after that, apply for your great dedication and sacrifice and the contribution to the society. If it's you, and if you got this citation or recommendation letter from the ministry of the relevant working field, I think you can try after 5 years from your working. If it do, yeah, you have a chance to apply for that. The other one is, but I just the first the solution I just talked about while you are holding E7 visa, right? But if you change up to 7, there are lots of things you can do, right? For example, but as you are the officers, you cannot work for others. So, but you can decide that. But I don't know, you got a master degree or bachelor degree in Korea. I don't know actually about that. But if you got a master degree and you can get F7 and find another company, and then you can apply for the F510, right? The master degree holders apply for that. Or if you got a bachelor's degree and just using your F7 visa rate and find another company and work that, and and you can try to make like a GNI double income, right? So if you got a master's, and also there are lots of other things. If you got a F7 and while you are working at an officers, and there is a certain like master's in a course in Saturday, right? So you can take the regular courses, and while you're working at as an officer, and for your future, and get a master's, and you can apply for the F510. But F510's the major requirement is a GNI 1 time income. You know that, right? Yes. So if I were you, if your case is not met the first case, and you my recommendation is to get the follow second one, means change after 7, and study the masters in Saturdays, and but try to find any company and to apply for the F5 10 with a GNI one-time income, right? Yes. So I think this is the best one that I explain you. So if you have any questions further, Mr. Leah, you can contact me. But you know my cell number, and you can check the www.visainkorea.com, and there is my cell number there. So you can ask me further the questions for that. Okay, for the next one, okay, there are a lot of things. Okay, okay. Can I change the E74 the visa to F27 and the Sanju the busnet? The starting from the December the 1st 2020 and the F27 rules that has changed. So the new rule, and it is the E74 visa holders can apply for the F27 visa, right? So if you are applying for the F27, it is not available from December the 1st, 2020. So if I were you, and I just try to F299, right? This is a long-term and the residence visa, right? If you do, uh, but it takes around the 5 years from E74 to F299 visa, right? But your income shall be over the 18 times of the basic income. But if you are living with your spouse or and children in Korea with F3, and you have to prove it, like previous year's income shall be over GNI 1.5 times. Is more than 55 or something, right? This is very high. So if you are staying in Korea alone and just saving 30 million won and try to meet the basic uh, the 18 times over the basic and the salary, and try to apply for the up to 99. What is the benefit of the up to 99 visa is then you can find several and the jobs, right? So Monday through Friday you can work at the current company, and Saturday Sunday, and you can work without reporting to the immigration office because you are eligible if you have F299 visa, right? And also, and I know that one of the F299 visa holders are working at night at the part timer, right? It doesn't matter, you can do, right? So uh, except for the specific and the working field, but mostly you can do the part time and other things, and but you need to the report your income to a tax office, right? Good. And the Twinks and 11, the which jobs can be done with a D10 visa? Oh, yes, very, very excellent questions. The mostly there are, I think, the two types of D10 visa holders. And the first one, the somebody and graduated from one of Korean universities, right? And after that, they just changed and the D10 one visa for the finding jobs, right? And second one is you are working at E1 to E7 and quit the job, and you want to find the job and change previous visa to D10 visa, right? Uh, but I just talk to your first case. If you graduated from the one of the Korean university and try to find a job and you change the D10 visa, right? Exactly, D10 one visa, right? So and while you are holding D2 like an international student, and you can work as a part timer, but D10, it is not allowed to part-timer. So it's a D10 visa holders and try to find the company and that companies and the business and your working field shall be met E7 ones and the job field criteria. So this is a very important thing is and you have to find E7 job and also and you have to report and internship the contract to the immigration office, right? And you can work just the maximum 6 months at a one company. So after that you have to change the company and you have to work in different company, right? So and the D10 one visa holders and graduate from one of the Korean universities, right? And you can find E7 visa criteria. So I already posted it E7 one whole and the job and criteria as well as the job code. So you have to find that kinds of a company to hire you. That field. It is not allowed to part-time just so you have to work as an intern. So need internship contract to work in the field of E7-1 visa field, right? Okay. The next one, yeah, Miss Leah, the hello to okay, the Sunchang, right? It's been 2 years I have a E7. I'm a oh this yeah. I already replied and Miss Leah that I just explained you the two things. And so this is I think in the first time and F5 and 12 and somebody want to try for them. Miss Leah contact me and we try to find the certain ways and but just the most important thing is if you just find that your god is F512, even though and you have to prepare for the plan B just in case. Okay. The Haley M. Are there any the restrictions on what kind of jobs F27 visa holders can take, such as in the entertainment industry or other special the sectors? Yeah, that one is there is a very the hot issue for and F2 the 7 visa holders and job field right now. So I just based on my understanding and the F7 visa holders now and can work almost any kind of work field, but we need to check that a new the F7 rule like previously before the December 1st, 2020 there is no any specific and the restrictions for the working field, but I just to check we needed to check the new criteria for them. So I think I saw before. Please kind of wait for that. I just to check that when you extend which kind of job that you can and the work. So I needed to check. Wait a minute. Okay. Hmm. Okay, that just to check your new other version of the things. Okay, okay. Hmm. Okay, wait a minute. Hmm. Okay. Uh, there was some indication about that, and just for the extension, right? The extension means is to prove that which kind of a job and the sectors can you work based on the new criteria is extension, right? So when you extend after 7, and if you work a certain field, it is not extended. It means it is not allowed to work. Okay. The first one is simple and simple work, just such as in a serving, right? And very the simple things, right? But after 99 and accept the simple work, but after 7, it is not allowed to work as a very simple work, like a restaurant and serving, and the work as a certain the restaurant, but just a server, not a chef, right? And also like a certain like a drinking, entertainment, and the business, right? So it's a we can call the Jung up, but this is kind of like the working at the bar and a certain class 1 and class 2, like the liquor shop, like such as like a 노래방 karaoke place, and the karaoke place with some the providing liquor and some bar, that kind of stuff, and it is not allowed to the work at there. Even if you work there, when you extend it and when you submit it, extend the certain documentation to prove your the income and your the work title. So they immigration may check that. So at the time when you extend it, submit income certificate and detailed income certificate, and you have to submit it and in your current company's business the certificate. If there is an indicated sum of the yuhung, right? Uh, this is a singing at the TV show. It is no problem. I said it's a yuhung means the bar karaoke place with some providing liquor, like class 1, class 2, or like some liquor shop, liquor, some the drinking shop, pop shop, right? That is totally not allowed, right? I just saw this one, right? So please do not work that kinds of the entertainment industry, but like especially and the dancer at the nightclub and the dancer or singing at the nightclub also it is not allowed, right? This is a totally E2 E62 in the visa field. This is very difficult to extend. So but entertainment at the TV show and the movie and there is no problem, but club and the singer and the club dancer and the server at the pub, the server at the restaurant, and simple work and uh, and simple work, and also like serving some liquor at a karaoke place and karaoke place with like some providing liquor. It is not totally not recommendable. So don't work that kinds of a field, okay? And there is a lot of things. Okay. Whoa, too many and the messages, right? And the 23 persons are joining our on the YouTube channel right now. And yeah, Hannah Duff. Hi, I had F27 5 years ago. I needed to renew it before May. And for the tax report, when can I get it so that the year 2020 count? Do you know exactly which document I need? Okay, the when you extend F27, the within this year, you can choose and previous year's extension rule or new and the after 7 rule. So if your new after 7 rule is beneficial for you and you can use, even if you can extend it. So when you prove your the income certificate, but actually uh, when you know extend this is the income, the proof evidence is based on income certificate, but 2020 is the income certificate will be released in May if you are an employment. right? But if you run your own business, right, and your the comprehensive income certificate will be released in July. So in this case, and you have to bring 2019's income certificate, and if you're working as an employment, and you need to submit it, and your certificate of employment from your company, it proves that you are still working over 6 months, because after 7 extension and the requires for you are still and working at a company or run your own business with a profit, right? A certain profit and sales volume. So in your case, and you have to apply in April. So using 2019's income certificate with a 2020 and with a holding tax certificate, right? And with your company's certificate of employment, right? If you bring this one, yes, and it may prove that you are still working at it, and also you are eligible to extend it. Okay, so Nanaro Duf. So the further information, you may contact to 1345 Immigration Contact Center or just contact us. Send the email. It's very difficult to just reply you because it takes a longer time, because I received so many emails a day. And also, if you just send the text message or the messenger message to me, or it's very difficult because too many person and send me every day. So if possible, you can contact through my cell number. Okay, the cell number you can check through my Facebook page or the website www.visainkorea.com, and at the bottom of the line there is a contact that you can click, and you can find my contact number. Okay, Sanju Basnet, and I have E74 visa. Can I try to change it to F27? Okay, I explained before. A new F27 rule is not allowed to change and from E74 visa. So in this case right now, and uh, I'd like to recommend it to the preparation for the F299 long-term the residence visa, right? It takes 5 years from E74, and you need to save 30 million won on your bank account or your rent contract down payment, the 보증금, or the deposit, or you need to complete KIP stage 4 and the completion. And if you are single and living in Korea alone without your spouse and children, you can prove that the previous years your total income is more than 18 times of the basic income. This year's wait a minute, I just checked it, and 18 times, and yeah, around the 33 million won per year. 33 million won per year. It means neither the 18 times of and the monthly basic income, and based on 209 hours per month. So if you want to change E74 to F299 after 5 years, but based on current this year's and the basic income. But next year and 2 years later, it'll be raised. But based on the current situation and 33 million won, you have to prove it for the previous year's income. Okay. And to Shah Rukh Khan, please my answer F26 to F99 next F511 which I have 80 points possibly. Or which kind of 80 points? Because of F6 it means that you had E9 visa, right? And after that you meet a certain requirement, you change it to F6. So F6 to F99. the first time you just extend it from F26 to F299. The basic one is the first of all, you need to save 220 million won saving, and also the same criteria as after 6, right? But at the time you got topic 2 at least, right? And I need 20 million won savings, and I almost a GNI income for the past 2 years average, right? So if you extend after 6. Extend means you will be F99 visa within this year. So you need 2020 and 2019's income. So total and total in an average for the 2 years income shall be over almost a GNI is 37.4 is more than that, right? Around 38 million won. So you need to prove that your and the average for the 2 years income is more than 37.6 or 7 million won. So, but actually, I don't know actually about the the working field in a basic income because because after 6 it has there's no more after 6 visa change, right? So and from the 2018 I think, right? 2019, yeah, 2019. So as from the September 1st. So you need to ask to the 1345 about the your field and basic and the monthly income. You have to check it first, but based on my understanding it's almost the same as a GNI. So based on my understanding is correct, and you have to prove that, and the average income for past 2 years is more than 37.4 or 60 million won. Okay, but after that you got F511, you have 80 points. I don't know actually about that. So the first of all you change the F to 6 and you extend F to 99. But I don't know, and the points are over 80 points. I'm not sure that because F511, I met a lot of a person, and and it's very difficult to make a point. But if you are eligible, you try for that. I already posted in my YouTube channel, so check that F511 is available or not. Okay. Lovely yours. Can you explain new rules to change visa E9 to E7? Exactly E74. But as you can see, and also I deliver certain information through my Facebook page and the last time, and there is no any specific guideline. And in 2021, and the E74 the criteria, but based on the High Korea and announcement, it is almost the same as the quarter 4 of 2020. So you can visit to the High Korea website and check in the quarter 4, 4분기, quarter 4 E74 application form, and you can check that and you can prepare for that. So this is what I knew right now. But within this month, and the E7 and the 4 and the criteria in 2020 version will be released. Okay, or once this new information is reached me, and I will deliver the more information on that. Okay, the Haim, the how to jog. Hello. Thank you. Okay, Miss Leah, I'm currently too many. I'm oh, okay. Uh, I'm currently working as a tourism promotion officer in Sunchang. Mm, is the culture things, not society and the welfare. And considering the second option you gave me, to get my F27 and do master degree apply for the F5 family, do you need to have worked 3 years and after obtaining your degree? Yes. The F5 times need in 3 years, from up, your diploma, the receiving date, right? And after 3 years, and while the 3 years, if you are working more than 1 year as a regular worker, then you can do. But as you know, Miss Leah, if you got a master's degree, and also if you got the make a contract renewal with Sunchang and Kun, and there's more benefit as far as I know. Also, if you got an F27 and you got a master's degree, so please kindly and do almost the same as uh, your current working is. So there is certain like benefit there, and after that you can do anything you want with F27, working at some tourism company, or there are lots of things you can do if you got a master's with F27. Okay, uh, can you apply if I stayed so I already explained. Jahongger uh, Bejislav. I cannot read your language. I'm sorry about that. The Sanju Basnet. Thank you so much, sir, for your advice. Thank you. Thank you. And Nanaru Duff. The further tax report, when can I get it so that the year 2020 count? But the tax report, but I don't know your employment or you run your own business. But if you are in employment, and every February, right? Every February, and the 연말정산, like you can submit it withholding tax a certificate to tax report, but your company will deal with it, right? And in March, after the application for that, you can download and print it out that kinds of the tax reporting from the tax office in Korea. But when you extend an F27, and basically immigration accept your income certificate in 2019, right? But if your owner give a certificate of a confirmation that, or that I just proved that his income is correct with a CPA and certified and a public accountant and stamp on it, yeah, they will accept that. Leham Mashid, thank you for answering. If I am over 18 and had F27 visa with a one baby, but I live with my dad, can I add his tax to my tax to get 2 GNI, or it's not possible? But I don't know actually about your current situation, but you can stay in Korea 18 years old. But if you become an adult, like a 19 years old, right? And you can stay until you have to 7 visa validation. But after that, there's no other ways that you can keep your F27 continuously, right? In this case, right? And you are just right now under 19 years old. So how can I get a double GNI? It is not available. And then my dad has his business and F5. Okay, if you do, you have to do more earlier, right? If your dad got F5, right, and the 3 years after 5, you have the chance to apply for the F5, right? But before that, right? But I cannot understand. Your dad got F5, but how get F27? I cannot understand. But anyway, if your dad got F5 and you have to change the F to 3, just like a minor child of the F5 visa holder, and 3 years and after that you can apply for the F5. But in your case, you got F to 7. This means you are the minor. You are another minor of F5. So things difficult. Hi, I'm hello, Jog. Hello, I'm a KGSP, or like a scholarship student, the currently D27, and I'm about to graduate this February master's degree. Can you please explain some more on E7 visa and D10 visa requirement? Okay, E7 visa, right? You can define like GNI 80 times GNI 80% of our income is the basic. The yearly income shall be over GNI 80%. But you got the D27, so you can work as the company, the which and the number of Korean workers is less than 5. You can do, right? So the most important thing is the first of all you have to meet your the in a major and this your company, right? But less than 5 Koreans and that kinds of a company, yes, you can work. But after that, if you change after 7, right, and you can find another one. But anyway, D10. So before but usually if you graduate, the immigration laws are like a 1 month, right? So you may get your the master's degree in February, but your the D2 validity is until end of May, end of March. So within this period, after they got your D10, you got master's degree, right? And try to change in the D10. So when you change D10 one, and you have to prove it, like uh, you know, uh, your plan to how to find a job, right? It's not that difficult, but the important thing is you have to prove it your like maintenance, right? Your expenses. So based on my understanding is you if you are alone, you have to prove like a monthly your expenses shall be over 750,000, 75만 원, and you have to prove it 6 months. So you have to prove that your bank account and deposit shall be over 4.5 million won when you change your D10 one. Okay, and find a job and save money and change after 7, and you got a master's, right? So working 3 years from your master's degree and the granting date, and apply for the F5 F510, and you have to complete your KIP stage 5. Okay, while you working at working with the E7 and try to study Korean language with a KIP, and the complete within 3 years, and while you're working 3 years after your the diploma master's degree obtaining date, and you work very hard and let your company and hire you as uh, the permanent employment, yes, you have a very good chance for that. Finally, I just said that if you find if you got D27, so if you find E7, right? But other persons graduate masters and bachelor's degree, right? They have to prove that, like hiring companies number of Korean workers shall be over 5, but 5 itself is minimum. But your case with a D27, the number of Koreans is not the matter when you change E7. Okay, and Miss Leah, I will definitely send you an email. Thank you so much for your help and your great professionalism. Hope you have a wonderful night. Thank you very much for that. And Haley M. Like the 노래방. Yes, yes, I understand. 노래방, yes. Even if you got after 7, it is not allowed to work as a 노래방 and 단란주점 or 유흥주점. Like there is some of the like it looks like a karaoke place, but there's a drinking something. It is different from the 노래방. It's a higher level of a class 1 and class 2 of a drinking shop. It is not allowed. Okay. And Janice Maduraga, the Pereira. And how do we apply to E7 visa from D2 visa directly? Oh, okay. So the first of all, I said already, my personal opinion, if you are working at a the big company, right? But D2 to E7, it is okay. But it is not. I'd like recommend you to the train the D2 to D10 first, job seeking. And within 6 months, you can find a job and you can apply for the E7. Okay. So the E7, and there is a lot of requirement, as you can visit to www.visainkorea.com. I just explained the most important, the E7 rules, okay, when you apply for that. And Haley, yes, I understand what you're saying. Thank you very much for your answer and your advice. Thank you. Wow. Okay, RH, if a person graduated PhD in Korea 2018, they switch to F27 in 2019, great. And then wanted to apply for the F515, yes, this year. Using 2020-21 income, would it be possible? 3 years rule? I will let you know this one. Okay, if you want to using F7 visa itself and to F5 in the 15, right? But F27 to F516 and need 3 years, but Gen double. But if you apply for the F27 to F515, it's okay, like as a PhD. But there is some of the rule. You have to work at the field, right? And as an the permanent employment. If you run your own business, it is not allowed to F515. F515 and just for PhD and degree holder and the graduate from one of the Korean universities and working at a company and more than 1 year of and the permanent and the worker. So how to prove permanent worker? I explained the YouTube channel a few days ago. So you can and listening to my video, but I just let you know the few things. The first one, how to prove your permanent employment. The first one, your company shall issue the certificate of permanent employment. The second one, there is a national employment insurance, 국민고용보험, right? Your name shall be registered on that the national employment insurance for more than 1 year. Got it? Yes. Oh, yeah, Matthias. Yeah, yes, good. This is one of my very big fan. Yes, how are you? There's someone who got E7 with a bachelor degree obtained in Korea necessary need to wait after 1 year to apply for the F7. Role is a very strict, very strict, right? But if you Metis, I know that you're a very good follower on my Facebook, so you can contact me through my cell phone number 0106383 and 3078, or just you can visit to www.visainkorea.com. That is, look at this. The F7 rules need 3 years from E7. But if even if you are holding E7 visa, right, less than 1 year or just less than 3 year, previous your income certificate is more than 40 million won. Yeah, you can, and the 80 point you can apply tomorrow, no problem. Okay. I'll let you know. They clearly look at this. E70 up to 7 need 3 years. But if your previous year's income is more than 40 million won with the 80 point, you can apply up to 7 tomorrow. Okay. But don't forget that you have to get your criminal record from your home country with an apostle or consular stamp on it. Okay. It takes a few months. Okay, RH, I'm really sorry about that. Going back to F515. It depends on, right? But permanent residency visa request for the exactly income certificate issued by tax office. So if you are employment and you can get income certificate uh, and income certificate in 2020, right? And in May. So this May you can get 2020 income certificate and from the tax office nearby you. Okay. And okay, good to see you. I don't know your name, but sir, change G1 visa to E7. It is not available. Not available. Okay, show looks Jubaidulayev. Where can we find the written information about this? Or which kind of written information about this? I don't know actually about that, but mostly you can visit to the www.facebook.com/visa in Korea or our website www.visainkorea.com, or you can visit to www.highkorea.go.kr. You can find any kind of information on that. Where can we find the written information about this? I don't know. Which written information? Which visa time? Without this detailed one, I cannot understand that. Okay, Mohammed Mamajonov. 안녕하세요. 영어 모르는 사람의 한국어로도 좀 말해주세요. But I think it's 왜냐하면은 영어로 물어보는 사람에게 제가 영어로 답을 하는 거기 때문에 한국어로 물어보신 분들에게는 한국어로 답합니다. This consultation은 물어보는 사람에게 그 질문에 대해서 답을 하는 거기 때문에 한국어로 말씀드리기는 좀 힘들어요. 그래서 질문하는 사람이 한국어로 물어보면 한국어로 대답해 드리겠습니다. Oh, this I'm sorry about talking in Koreans, right? Because somebody asking me about the speaking Koreans, but this is a personalized consultation, right? So one person asked me about certain visa type in English. I just talk to English. So all and the person asked me in English, so that's why I answered in English. But you said that speaking English, you're writing in Korean, so I talked in Korean. The with love, Shori. Oh, Shori. The hi, I know that the new rules state that when changing from D2 to F7, one has to hold D2 or D2 plus D10 for 3 years, but master's degree student in Korea is exempted from this requirement. This is a 3 years requirement is exempted. So if you got a E7 visa, right? And previously you got D2 to D10. D10 mean is D2 and the visa. After that, you try to find a job and change D10. This period is 3 years, right? Exempt for the waiting 3 years from E7 visa, right? Momin the Khan, thank you. 감사합니다. Lovely viewers. Oh, this is 10:45 and 60 minutes left. I'll try my best to fit before the 11 a.m. 임창성님, F299 비자 기간이 5년이죠. E74 비자 1년, E9 비자 8년인데 F299 비자도 두 비자 기간 포함해서 9년인데 이것도 해당되나요? 아닙니다. F299 비자는 F299 비자를 신청할 수 있는 비자가 정해져 있습니다. 예를 들면 뭐 D5 해외에서 한국으로 디스패칭된 주재원, D6 그 종교에서 일하시는 분, 그다음에 D7, D5는 그 뉴스 커버리지예요. 그 기자분들. 그다음에 D6는 종교에서 일하는 분들, D7은 주재원 비자, 그리고 D8, D9 비자, 투자 비자, 그리고 E1부터 E7 비자를 가지고 있는 사람이 5년이 지나야 신청을 할 수 있기 때문에 E9 비자는 포함이 안 됩니다. 그래서 E74 비자부터 5년을 기다리셔야 되고 F299 비자 변경하시려면 3천만 원을 세이빙 하셔야 되고 KIP 4단계 그리고 소득이 이제 혼자 계시는 경우 싱글로 한국에 오신 경우에는 저번에 설명을 제가 앞에서 해 드렸는데 어 연봉이 3,300 정도 돼야 됩니다. 올해 기준으로 해서 3,300만 원이고요. 내년에는 쪼끔 더 올라갈 수 있습니다. 예. 고 부분들 준비해 주시면 되고요. G1에서 D8은 지금 거의 어렵게 됐어요. 그래서 인제 트라이는 해볼 수 있는데 G1에 okay, I'm sorry. The can G1 change to D8 it's very difficult right now. So if you invest 300 million won, you can try, but actually is a G1 status and is very strong to change another one. So, but previously 2018 or 2000 early 19 G1 to D8 is allowed if I invest 300 million won, but right now is I couldn't see that information on the guidelines. Park Hero, which year's income needed to apply E9 to E7 in March 2021? Um, 2000 is the first quarter, right? So 2019 income certificate and 2020 like a withholding tax certificate. But withholding tax certificate shall be and printed through tax office. Okay, this is a more detailed one will be released in this month. Park Hero, which year's income? Yes, I already explained. Showrooks and Jabaidulayev. When will Uzbekistan be issued a visa for Korea? I don't know, right? I don't know. I'm sorry. Ask to Korean embassy, please. Bakiro, which years? I just explained already. And Twinks 11, my visa says it will expire September 2021, but technically I graduate in February. I am worried that I should inform them that I will no longer be D22 and the bachelor degree student. So even if you got the your September 2021, your bachelor degree will be expire, but you graduate in February. After the February, like 1 month later, then your visa D2 will be the cancelled. So within and this 1 month, right? Graduate right after that change. Please kindly change your D10 1 visa, okay? Bakiro, hey, Mr. Bakiro. You just asked me several things, right? Just already explained. What about E7 visa? Okay. With love, surely dream. Do you mean D2? The holders have to hold D2 plus D2, D10 for 3 years before we can change to F27. Yeah, this is a rule. Because where you already got a D10 or the E7, right? So D22 plus D10 for 3 years. So you can change the F27, but you have to meet other requirements. We are talking about the year to apply. Or if you got E7, right? And you can apply for the F27 directly if you hold D2 plus D10 for over 3 years. 고득점 얼마 있으면 E9 E7 신청할 수 있나요? 이삭한데요. 지금 구체로 나온 건 없지만 65점 이상이면 지금 바로 신청하십시오. RH, I asked about PhD F515 earlier. Foreign professors are between 비정규 정규직. If the person is at a private university and on the pension for private schools, yes. Not national, yes. But RH, the professor, I'm a lot of professors also. The most important thing is if you get F515, you have to get employment certificate as a regular worker. But university cannot issue that kind of a certificate. I'm really sorry about that. But try F511 point system. You can check YouTube channel on my YouTube. So the Pereira, how can we check? We have a D27. Mine shows only D2. Call the 1345 Immigration Contact Center and ask about your visa code D23 or D22 or D27. Okay. Surtan Yulanov, 안녕하세요. 이남 비자 초대에 있는 사람들이 언제 한국에 갈 수 있나요? 잘 모르겠습니다. 지금 코로나 때문에 왜냐하면 한국에서 외국인 근로자들을 막 9,000명 이렇게 데리고 와야 되는데 그분들이 한국에서 자가격리 14일 동안 할 수 있는 공간이 없어서 아마 한국 정부에서 코로나 바이러스가 많이 나아질 때까지 기다리고 있는 것 같아요. 아마 기다려 보셔야 될 것 같아요. 저는 잘 거기에 대해서는 언제 외국인 E9 노동자를 한국으로 데리고 올지는 잘 모르겠습니다. Metis, Mr. Jang, based on what I understood, someone who got his bachelor degree in Korea 4 years does not need to wait for 3 years on E7. No. And the bachelor degree and you need like if the master degree holder, you can apply for the after 7, but the bachelor degree holder need to wait 3 years. But if you got E7 but previously year's income is over 40 million won, you can apply. Don't need to wait 3 years. But bachelor's degree holder can wait 3 years. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for thank you everybody. Okay. Okay, so already past the 11, so you needed to join more earlier. Okay, so I just did explain based on the comments, right? So already past 11 p.m. So every Friday and 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Based on your question, customized question, I will just explain based on your explanation. If you need further explanation and communication with me, please kindly check my website www.visainkorea.com or the Facebook page and the facebook.com/visainkorea. There is the cell number, my company, and number. So you can call. Please call through my cell phone or my office phone number. Email and the messaging to messenger is very difficult because I receive so many messages, so it's difficult to reply all. Please call me. Okay, see you next Friday. Bye bye. This is Miss Jang, Visa in Korea. 감사합니다. 다음 주 금요일에 뵙겠습니다.